So anyway, if you want to read more, go to the main page, read some more stuff. Thank you, Shannon. I just wanted to kind of introduce it as that way. Yay, Shannon! Okay. So we're now back here in Adilas. So say we wanted to do this. I'm going to go to Word, and just so we can kind of get some information down, let's document exactly what you said, and I'm going to show you how to do accounting for it, okay? So right here, what we're going to do is we're going to actually come in here, and we're going to set up the scenario. We know we need a PO for some tennis balls, right? The reason I'm going in here is I'm kind of just going to show you, like, we're going to lay it all out, because otherwise I will get distracted. I'll just tell you straight up, okay? Oh, this actually does this and this. Yes?
What's a PO?
Okay, a PO is a purchase order. It's basically
it's for inventory?
It's an inventory tool. Yeah. We're going to bring it in through that. If I show you my map real quick, just as a quick reminder, okay, in order to get something into this general inventory pool, it has to come through a PO, which is tied to a vendor. Okay, you can't just magically have something, bling, wow, where did we get these 1,000 tennis balls? Who did it come from? Because potentially I might owe somebody for it, okay? So we kind of have to track it that way. That's why we use a PO to actually get the pieces into the system. Awesome. Okay, so the next piece, we know we need a PO for tennis ball. What's our rough amount on that, Joe? Let's fake it.
$5,000.
$5,000, okay. Okay, do we know the vendor?
I don't know. They're
okay.
the name for it. Tennis Today.
Okay, great. So, and we're going to assume now. Did we get this? Did we pay for it? Did we not pay for it yet? Like, what are the terms? Like, what's happening? I'm just trying to kind of simulate something, and then we're going to show you how we're going to do the
We
accounting.
set the order in. It'll be coming in a little later.
Okay. Okay, great. So
not paid for.
It's already been paid for?
No, it's on our account.
Okay, so on account. So guess what that means in my mind in the background?
It's a payable.
Absolutely. Okay, that's going to end up being a payable. Alrighty.
Now you have $5,000 and 5,000 tennis balls.
Good question. Good question. Let's say right here that we have $5,000 is our total order. Why don't we actually spec it out just a little bit, just so we kind of get an idea? How much is each tennis ball?
I don't remember. I think they were $2 a piece or something.
Okay, so
we can find that out.
Yeah.
Those are the bronze plated.
How funny! How funny! How funny! $2 each. For then we basically
I could look them up, I guess.
The reverse math on that. 5,000 divided by 2, that'd be 250. No, 2,500.
Mm-hmm.
So for a total quantity of. So that's our quantity. Just so we kind of have some ideas of what we're doing. Okay. So as soon as we say it's not going to be paid for, it's automatically going to go on account. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Next, all of a sudden we landed it into our inventory pool. Guess what happens in accounting when your inventory goes up? It has to show that on the balance sheet, correct? So we haven't done anything. All we're going to do is make a simple PO, and I can nail each piece of this without even touching accounting. Okay, so far. Okay, we're technically we are touching accounting, but it's all in the natural flow of operations. It's just naturally going to flow through. Okay,
they're 2 1/4 each.
Okay,
but that's all right.
Okay, you know what? That's fine.
We're just going through that.
We'll go through this little thing. Okay, at some point, we probably need to sell these, or do we just want to get this incoming piece done, and then we'll return and kind of do the other half of the puzzle? Where do you guys want to go?
We can lay the whole process
out. Okay, great. So are we selling these all to a certain customer? Are we having multiple invoices go out? What's kind of our plan?
Well, we're going to sell half of them to Clowns or Us, and half of them to Wimbledon.
How funny, how funny. I'm just going to put going out right here, okay? So this is going to be on the invoice side, and this is going to be up here on the incoming side. Okay, on the outside, we're going to sell some to, so basically, 2,500 to Clowns.
We only have 2,500.
So let's say, we only have 2,500
sorry,
balls. Let's say 2,000 to the Clowns and 500 to Wimbledon.
to the clowns. We'll just kind of go like that. And then we're going to go the other ones.
U.S. Open, it's coming up next.
Okay.
When was it?
Okay, awesome. So guess what's going to end up happening? One PO is going to grab this piece right here, okay? We're going to have two invoices, and we're going to end up getting a thing called revenue. How much did we make on top of these guys? Plus costs of goods, plus did they pay for it, plus. Okay, like it starts splintering, but that's basically, we're going to just do the normal thing that happens, but let's line it out, and then I'm going to show you how it's going to happen. So let's talk clowns for a second, okay? How much are they going to pay per piece? This is how much it cost us, $2 to get them. How much are they going to actually pay per item? So we're going to, this is talking sale price, not cost.
I can tell you that here, I think.
I love it how you're in there. Joe, if you keep doing that, you are going to be dangerous. You are literally jumping in and grabbing and doing all kinds of stuff like that. That's awesome. That's awesome, awesome.
So I got to find my tennis balls.
Can I jump in there?
Yeah, here we are.
Okay, so here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to say part tennis. What have I got?
Oh, that's good. I went
Okay,
to.
looks like you're selling them currently for $3 a piece. If I wanted to see usage, like who did we sell it to the clowns last time, I would go usage, and I would check to make sure that grab all areas, and I'd say go grab it, and I'd look for clowns R Us. Looks like you didn't actually even assign it to the clowns per se when you did.
Yeah, that was the gold ones they wanted.
Okay, awesome. So it looks like
All right, so
$3. $3 is what we were doing. Okay, so that's how I would kind of look at that little piece of the puzzle. We're coming back to our documents. They're going to pay $3 a piece per. That's what they're going to pay. Ready? Is this taxable, non-taxable? Because basically it keeps what do we need to account for. Okay, so let's just say it's $3 a piece. We'll just keep this really simple. Okay, so that's going to end up creating some what's called revenue, which is monies that above and beyond the cost that we then have to account for. Okay, awesome. Are they going to pay for this, or is this going to be on account, or is it a partial?
Well, they're it's not on account anymore after the last fiasco, so they got to pay some up front.
Okay, so we're going to get a partial payment.
Yes.
Okay, so how much are we going to be basically getting? This is going to be $6,000
Right,
for
so we
these.
need 50%.
That's a lot of money.
50%
Okay,
down.
we need 50% down.
And then account for the other.
Perfect, not a problem. Okay, we'll do that as we go through the invoice. Okay, is there any other questions you have about this particular thing? So here's what ends up happening. Watch this. Because it's partial, I automatically know that we're going to have a thing called ARs, which is what? R-E-C-E-I-V-A-B-O-S, receivables, okay? ARs, we're going to have some receivables for this thing, okay? Awesome. And we're also going to have some normal monies, so this one's actually going to be split. We're going to have some money that needs to be deposited, right? Awesome, great. Okay, any other questions on that particular invoice? Does that make sense, kind of where things are at? Okay, so let's talk U.S. Open for a second. What do we got? What are we selling them cost or price per?
Well, they're a great account, so we could give them a little discount.
No problem.
Say $275 per ball, and definitely on account because they could be our big one.
Okay, so this whole thing just has ARs, okay? Perfect. The other one's going to be a split. And we're going to have to then go deposit that money so it cascades. So that's kind of the operations piece of what's going on. Hopefully already as we're talking about it, you can already say, oh, I see where that's going to end up going, okay? So literally, we are doing absolutely nothing different than what we did the last 2 days, which was kind of just general practice. The only difference is we're going to say, okay, I want to see where it actually went. Okay, so check this out. Are we ready to come in here and play this game? Okay, cool. So we're going to call it Tennis Today. I'm going to actually select it right off my page here. And here's what we're going to do. Sorry, I'm clicking all around. I'm in here. I'm going to go check to see if I even have this vendor in here. Okay, normally I don't search quite that heavy, but I just wanted to do it. I had it in memory. I don't have anything for Tennis Today. Normally what we recommend is that you search for like 3 or 4 characters. That way, in case you happen to misspell something, you don't get a duplicate. I'm coming in here. I'm going to enter my values. We're going to put in a simple little address. And we're going to put this in Alaska. And it's going to have a zip code of 44444.
So this is under new. I don't have the permission. I can go back and
Okay.
so you just tell me which one. I can probably go.
So correct. I'm basically adding a new vendor. It's under system maintenance.
Okay.
Okay. It's called added vendor is the name of that permission so that you can actually add a vendor. Basically what we're doing is we're checking. We're kind of virtually going down through the list. I need to create a PO, but I want to even see if this vendor's in here. Okay. I was going to tie it to if he already existed, but if he doesn't exist, I had to actually create the vendor. So he shows up. This tennis today is it going to end up being part of what I'm going to end up paying eventually as I get it paid. Okay? So cool. So we got tennis today. I've got a simple address. Pretend that I have a bunch of other information, numbers and account numbers or whatever I needed to do, and I'm going to say add the payee. At this point, I now have a new ID number. Guess what? To us, this number doesn't mean anything. To the system, this number is critical. Okay? To us, I'm never going to commit this to memory, ever. If I need it, I'm going to go look it up and then copy paste it and put it somewhere. Okay? But to the system, this is now the new piece. So I'm going to go to the graphic just really quick so you can see what happened. Okay? So at this point, I'm now down in my grouped levels. Okay? Let's say that this yellow part was POs. I now have a new one called Tennis Today, and he has a number in the individual level. See how he's kind of stacked into there? Perfect. So the next thing that I'm going to do is there's a link up at the top that says create a new PO. I'm going to click this. What it's going to start doing is it's going to say, oh, Tennis Today, you're going to start having some buddies. Okay? So we're going to kind of say create the new PO. We're going to just say, hey, it's a basic live. It's today. Let's go ahead and assign it to my location. And got a bunch of tennis balls. Hey, Santiago, how you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so our amount, I'm going to go check just to make sure that we're on the correct spot, $5,000. Okay? So I just want to make sure that we're doing the exact piece that we had basically planned. And let's say that they gave us a number and it was TN-12. That's the number that they provided for us for their invoice. And I'm going to say, yes, I have these. If I didn't have them, it would flip it into a different spot, kind of like an on-order type area. But we're going to say, yes, I have them. Add the PO. At this point, I'm going to see what I have under Tennis Today, under ball. I don't have anything that even remote. Okay, Joe, this is to you. Where are we going to call him? Let me just switch back here. We're going to get 2,500 of these guys. So I'm going to put this in here. 2500. What do we want to call this part number? Like this is literally for the $2 tennis ball. What is the part number?
But it doesn't have to be a number.
No. Okay. It could be a name.
YTB, yellow tennis balls.
YTB. And did we want to put anything else or like this? Whoa, sorry. My bad.
Okay, great.
YTB tennis balls. Okay. Service, the type. I'm going to say we want to monitor it. Yes, absolutely. Okay. The difference is yes or no. It's basically unlimited or physical. This is a physical. Okay. The category. Should we call it fun supplies?
Fun supplies.
So you said, what was it? Yellow tennis balls?
Yellow tennis balls.
Okay, great. Now, we already said that we were going to get these for $2 a piece, okay? $2 a piece. We ideally would like to sell it for $3 as our normal out. So we're going to use the sale price. These are going to be each. They are going to be taxable. And we come down through here, and we're not worried about any of the rest of this. Yes, we will show it online, all that kind of stuff. Add the item. So at this point, check this out. A PO to Tennis Today for $5,000. We have a magic ID number of 15. We have 25 items that came in at $2,000, and it's currently sitting in here. We now have this part of the puzzle. We have this. We have 2,500 items. We have a PO, and it's tied to a vendor. Okay? So technically, at this point, if we look at our thing, we've done this entire top part. It's all on accounts payable. Let's go check it out. Should we go see if that's really what happened? So let's go back here. I'm going to return to this particular thing. And if I go to, there's a link right here. What's this guy's payable? Like, what do I owe him? I'm going to click on it, and I currently owe him $5,000. The entire thing automatically went right to payables. These are splits, REIs, POs. So right over here, I currently owe Tennis Today $5,000, and it already knows that it's in the payable system. Okay? Even though our balance sheet is way off, I'm going to actually go to the balance sheet. Actually, we don't even have those permissions turned on. I was going to show you that it's already funneling itself over to payables. The reason is guess what? This PO has been started, but it never got paid off. So it's like, I'm just going to sit out here because I assume somebody's going to circle back around and pay for me at some point. So technically, we're just monitoring the state. It's starting its life cycle.
All right, just quick
Yes, absolutely.
step back. You went from the PO to the
No problem.
payables homepage.
I am
So-
currently on a PO line items page, so I'm on the edit mode of the PO, and I said, well, heck, let's just see what this person has that I owe him. There are other ways that we can get to this, okay? This was just directly right from this particular vendor. I just clicked on
All right, so I don't
payables.
think I have that permission.
And
Because
it-
I don't have that.
You know what? Let's actually return to the permissions. If we're going to be playing today, we need some power.
We all need some
We
power.
need some power, okay? So let's go ahead and go home, and we're going to have you go into your permissions, however you want to get there. There's tons of different ways, but eventually we want to be into payees and permissions.